Pakistan's envoy to Afghanistan, Mansoor Ahmad Khan, says Pakistan is assisting with Kabul evacuations. In an interview with Indus News, he said the process of evacuation began in a haphazard way, but said all stakeholders must ensure calm and reach an inclusive political settlement. Earlier, Indus News correspondent Sumaira Khan interviewed Pakistan's ambassador to Afghanistan on the latest situation in the country. Let's watch.
We have with us our envoy, Pakistan's envoy to Afghanistan. He was stuck in different affairs since morning. I could see that he was arranging all the evacuation flights, not just for Pakistani families, not just for Pakistani nationals, but for all the foreigners who are approaching our embassy here in Kabul. It's our main embassy right here, where we are sitting right now with the His Excellency. And rest, I can ask him to give us details that whatever is going on right now. I'll ask some questions on political outcome as well, that what is happening politically in Kabul and what is happening diplomatically in Kabul. What is Pakistan's efforts? But the first stage is right now the evacuation thing, which is with that we have seen earlier in the day that the scenes are bizarre at the airport of Kabul. People are sitting there waiting for no reason. They don't have any legitimate papers, documents, but they want to leave Afghanistan. Even those who have settled businesses in Kabul, in Afghanistan, it is totally ununderstandable that why they are waiting at the airport and why they want to just leave their own country and to seek asylum in the other foreign countries. So, Sir Mansoor Ahmad Khan, envoy to Afghanistan from Pakistan, sir, we welcome you to the special transmission of Indus News we are doing on Afghanistan.
Thank you very much. I am grateful to the team to you and the team of Indus Television for this opportunity, for your visit to Kabul in these circumstances, for providing coverage to your audience, reporting to your audience. In recent weeks, quick advances by Taliban and taking control of provinces, one province after the other, and then their march towards Kabul. On 15th August, the previous government left and the new government has not assumed, and therefore for past 5-6 days there is practically no government in Kabul. Taliban have taken control of Afghanistan. Taliban are here in Kabul and other provinces. They have maintained security, peace and security throughout Afghanistan, but there has been no announcement of government. Taliban leadership and other political leaders in Afghanistan have been engaged. There have been some meetings, but we have not yet seen an extensive political process for carving out, for charting a future course of action, a future roadmap. So we are waiting at the moment. Our focus, Pakistan Embassy's focus and focus of many other embassies is on humanitarian aspects and mostly the evacuation. A large-scale evacuation is underway. You have seen already, you have described that airport presents a very disturbing picture where thousands of Afghans are blocking all the entrances of airport, and the Taliban people who are managing security there, they have time and again have to resort to aerial firing. But other than that, in the city, the security situation seems to be normal. Our Pakistan Embassy has also been engaged in this exercise of providing assistance to people for evacuation, those who want to leave Afghanistan and go to Pakistan. We have provided this facility to a large number of Pakistanis. Most of the Pakistanis have now gone. About 200 may be left, which will be sent to Pakistan in the next 2 days. We have provided this facilitation to international organizations and their staff, both foreign staff and of their Afghan staff and families. 2 PIA flights are going today. There will be more PIA flights tomorrow and in the coming days. So we hope that this exercise is completed, and we hope that a political stability also is achieved through a process of engagement.
You rightly said that, and as I was discussing the issue with other staff of the embassy as well, you are in a very secure manner. You are providing a secure evacuation plan to the foreign nationals, and those foreign nationals, can we include those from the different nationalities from different embassies, or they are associated with some UN organizations? What are we speaking about? Like, who are these?
From the beginning, our government at the highest level, Prime Minister Imran Khan, directed us that we should provide facilitation to everyone, including the embassies working here and their expatriate staff, diplomats, or their Afghan staff and families. Similarly, international organizations like World Bank, Asian Development Bank, there are Asia Society and so many other organizations which have been working here for last 20 years, and they have a sizable number of staff. And now, since developments have happened suddenly, so now they want to leave, and we are, because they are kind of showing a distress, so we are trying to help them to go to Pakistan, even for temporary relocation. And then there are Pakistanis, and then there are also there is a large number of staff belonging to and their families, Afghan personnel, associated with various media outlets including Reuters, AFP, CNN. So practically we are not discriminating in any way, and we are providing assistance because this is a humanitarian assistance. We are accommodating everyone, but our capacity is also limited, so according to our capacity.
That was my next question, that you mentioned many nationalities, many people hailing to different countries. So why we are not seeing any active effort from other countries? Because obviously for me it would be a moment of pride and honor that my country and my embassy is serving. As a Pakistani, you are serving everyone without any discrimination. But why we don't see any other country actively participating in this evacuation process to at least get their citizens out of this
Unfortunately, this process of evacuation or process of taking the people out of Afghanistan at this moment has happened in a haphazard manner. Right. It has not been orderly, it has not been organized. Many US and many other Western countries' embassies are at the airport where US forces are providing security. But since the airport has been surrounded by a large number of Afghan people who are banking on the calls for evacuation or offers of evacuation.
Who's doing that, sir?
So I think since it has not been done in an orderly manner, and since things happened so suddenly, so I think now international community, in coordination with Taliban and in coordination with all responsible political leaders of Afghanistan, should appeal for a calm, for stability. Afghans should be assured that the political leaders, including Taliban and Afghan political leaders, will be working towards a stable transition, a stable government in future, an inclusive government in future, should assure respect for human rights, including women's rights, and should assure a respect of rule of law. So that kind of messaging, some messaging has already come from Taliban side, but I think more wider messaging needs to come, and the political leaders, and again this involves Taliban political leaders and other countries' other communities' political leaders. They should jointly work towards a stable messaging, a stable assuring people that they are working towards a stable, working towards political stability, long-term political stability, and that will provide assurances to the people in Kabul, to the people outside, that there is no need of showing panic. And exodus.
So you are a diplomat right now, sitting in the heart of the Afghanistan. What is Afghanistan looking like right now? Because you are on ground, you are working here. I have just dropped in just 2 days ago, but you were here for many years and you saw what's happening right now. What do you think? What kind of responsibility, a sense of responsibility, should be shown by the other countries? More specifically, if I would name it, because I was just speaking to a person at airport, outside airport, and he said that my evacuation from Afghanistan is America's responsibility, because the war it waged, it wasn't our choice or our wish. They did not ask us. They didn't seek our permission before they waged a war on our country. So this is prevailing. End of the day, do we think that they have to evacuate the entire Afghanistan? Because I'm referring to some statements being made by Western governments that every Afghan is welcome, they are welcome. So who is going to live in this country? Who is going to rebuild it if they keep offering asylums and if they keep offering evacuations to them?
I think for a long time, Pakistan has consistently emphasized that solution of the Afghan issue, durable solution of the Afghan issue, is in an inclusive political settlement. There is no military solution and there has to be a political process, and this political process has to be inclusive, intra-Afghan process. Initially, many countries who were in favor of military approach, that military approach didn't succeed. But in last few years, we have seen an international consensus in all the countries dealing with Afghanistan, or those countries who matter in Afghanistan. We have seen an international consensus that there is no military solution and we have to work towards an inclusive political settlement. Doha process has made some progress in that direction, but since these developments which happened during this week have now brought us to a new situation, or in a new phase, where I think we need to collectively, the international community needs to demonstrate its firm resolve to help Afghan political leaders to move towards an inclusive political settlement. Inclusive political settlement where human rights are respected, where rule of law is there, and where people are assured, or people have faith in their government and their society for economic development. And that kind of environment will help Afghan people to stay in their country for a better future. I agree, while we are ready, we are providing every kind of humanitarian assistance, every kind of, we are assisting people, those who want to go to Pakistan for their temporary relocation. But we also believe that people should work together. Afghans have to work together for an inclusive political settlement. This challenge also represents a serious opportunity. That opportunity is that this historic opportunity has to be seized for the Afghan nation to put an end to the differences, the dispute, the conflict of past 4 decades, and enter into an era of political settlement, negotiated political settlement, and an era of peace, progress, and prosperity.
Thank you very much, sir. But a brief question in the end: are we engaged right now with Taliban or their representatives in Afghanistan to at least tell them that what is happening on ground and what exactly should be done to avoid another humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan?
No, we are very constructively engaged with all shades of Afghan political opinion. We are engaged with Taliban political leadership. We are engaged with Afghan political leaders. I met former President Hamid Karzai, Dr. Abdullah Abdullah. I have also requested a meeting with Gulbuddin Hikmatyar, and I'll be meeting all other leaders. I am in touch with Taliban's political leadership also. But at this moment, things are in a flux because the Taliban entire political leadership is not yet here in Kabul. So I think there is a need that we should now, by we I mean the Afghan leaders and the international community collectively should now be working towards a stable structure in Afghanistan.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. And indeed, we are in Kabul. We'll be looking forward to you to have more to share more updates in your presence with the audience and with the viewers. And we also look forward to a future that is acceptable for all the Afghans. And we also pray, I'll be appreciating all your efforts. The entire embassy staff of Pakistan is totally, they are working days and nights. I would definitely mention this office is, it belongs to the His Excellency Mansoor Ahmad Khan, but I've seen them working, all of them, they are working days and nights to make it possible and to provide a secure evacuation to everyone who is approaching the Pakistan's embassy, instead of having discriminations like the other embassies and the other staffers are having towards the Afghan nationals. So this is something that we are very proud of, our embassy staffer here. Sir, please convey our regards to them as well.
Thank you very much.